on YouTube. All messages are visible. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. JH here, waiting to chat. Whoever. But being that I'm not gonna just sit here and wait, we're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna check and see some of these questions, and we're gonna give you some of these answers. Let's get a couple. All right? Let's get a couple. All right. We won't say no names. Do I have to join the union? Okay. Interesting question. And I guess I'll give you a I'll give you a basic answer. So, when it comes to unions, initially when you guys go into orientation or during your fingerprinting, you will see some of the union members pop up, clerks, whoever, and basically tell you that, for whatever your craft is, APWU, mail handlers, etc. They make the carriers union tell you, hey, sign up now. Question is, would you buy a car without taking it for a test drive and then be stuck with a car note for a year? No. Or even seeing the car, because majority of the time the people that come in are union presidents, vice presidents, etc. That might not be your union representative. So I implore people, if you feel the union is good for you, obviously join, but give it a little time. They can't represent you, I guess, until 90 days after your probationary period. So it does not make any sense to go and buy a car that you're not going to see for 90 days. Once you're there, you'll get to know your union representative, and you will get to know whether or not the union is a good fit for you. The cons to that, request 3971. Yes, Carlos. You do okay. Give me 1 second with that, Carlos. I've read that. All right, so back to the union. If you sign up, you cannot get out the union for a year. And it has really specific dates with the union. So if you join January 1st, the only way for you to get out, you'd have to go through human resources, get a form, fill it out, and then it has to be mailed, certified mail. 1 year to the day almost. You got like a week window, certified mail stating that you don't want to pay no union dues anymore. So I implore everybody, yes, join the union only if you know that the union representative that's representing you is going to be working for you. The unions are great. Representatives, it's just like politics. So that's why I'm a neutral individual. I like what some people do. I'm not going to join one specific political party because some people don't represent my needs. Same thing with the union, without going into too much detail. Now, I just saw something about the 3971. I don't know what the damn chats are. This is new for me, so let's see if I can pull these up. Live chat, all messages available. All right, here we go. For vacation, can you go on Light Blue and request it there, or do I need the 3971? Yes, you need the 3971 anytime you request a vacation. What's going on, Billy? All right, why are my chats not visible? All messages are visible. Boom, boom. So what about the unions, huh? How you doing, Enchanted Dreams? Westside Dave in the house. I don't know why I can't get these things to show up. Do I gotta go do a 12-hour graveyard shift? Sounds like money. Enchanted Dreams. I don't know what Enchanted Dreams means, but hey, it is what it is. I don't know why I can't get these messages to stay visible. Why you can't do it online. You want to pass it on to a supervisor because you have to get the approval from a supervisor in order to get your vacation. You can't just say, this is the day I want. They got to go on a schedule down the road and check. And basically, you give it to a supervisor. You have a copy for yourself. You pass the copy to the supervisor. They sign it for you, stating that they receive it. MVO life, is it an easy gig? Get back with you on that in a second. Get a copy from the person you gave it to. They have 24 hours, I believe, or 48 hours to return and say yes or no when you give them that 3971. Brown skin, let's make it happen. Fingerprints, MVO life. I don't really know what MVOs do. Is it easy? Nothing's easy at the post office. I don't like to talk about my craft because I don't want you saying Jay don't do nothing. But if you have a CDL, you know it's truck driving work. Can't tell you really the shifts, but the post office in my dreams is open 24 hours a day. Mail moves 365 days a year. So the people that are going to be moving mail is definitely going to be the truck drivers all the time. They're always going to be there. Unless, when do they push the higher holiday help? I'll get you back with in that one in a second, Crystal. They're always going to be there. Mail handlers are always going to be there. Processing clerks are always going to be there at the plant. Plant's open 365, always going to be there. So plants open 24 hours a day. Depending on where you're working, you might have 2 shifts for truck drivers or you might have 3 shifts. What they schedule you for, you don't have the option when you first start. You work your way up through the ranks. Let's see, what was that other question? Let's see what that other question was. I'm going a night time in 2 weeks and I was wondering, can I give it to my current supervisor? You can give it to them, but that doesn't mean they're gonna approve it. They like some notice. What would you compare? What do you mean compare? Live chat. Would you compare driving the 2-ton to the MVO truck? No. The 11-ton, I believe, the straight truck they don't turn the same. If you have a CDL, you kind of know the difference. You have to have your air brake endorsement, etc. Same concept. You're going and picking up businesses and mail as well. Simple enough. When applying for a job position within it, does the NC and NB numbers next to the position relevant to the location position itself? Honestly, I have no idea what that means. NC and NB, no idea, no clue. All right, MVO tour 1, 2, or 3. It can be all tours. Just jumping in and say, what up, Jay? What's going on, Mike G, baby? Did you start in something else before becoming a truck driver? Jade, hello, Jade. I've been a truck driver for y'all gonna get my age. For 24 years. I was not always in the post office, obviously. I was in culinary arts before that. So things didn't work out in culinary arts. Couldn't stand the heat in the kitchen, so I got into trucking. I am getting job offers waist deep. I'm getting job offers, but I already accept the conditional. I am waiting on an orientation date. If you don't want anything else, just stick with what you got. You was a chef also, 17 years? Well, let's chef it up, baby. Mirepoix. You know what that means. All right. Can you elaborate a little bit after, but you want to do a change in schedule? What do you mean by that? Where do I get a UPS hat like yours? Which one? I don't know. I got all my hats from Amazon. Everybody's asked. Amazon. Go back to you. Fingerprints in this week when I'm off. Really? My man Mike, baby. Call me, brother. Call me. You going back in. All right, let's see. I can't read these damn things. They're not popping up the right way. So we're gonna see if we can get them up on my phone. On my phone. All right. Inappropriate. Continue. Continue. Okay. Now I can read what you're writing. Okay. Now I can read what you're writing. Okay. We don't want the feedback. All right, so I'm probably going back. I heard truck driving is the easiest job in the post office. I don't know. What's up, D? Is it the easiest job in the post office? If you know how to drive tractor trailers, just think about how bad people drive. You got to drive 18 wheels in traffic, in and out of cities, backing into docks with people like you guys that don't like trucks, scared of trucks, cutting us off. There's more mental stress driving a tractor trailer than it is the physical. Getting tired of overnight. Money is good, but kind of missing my evenings with the family. Get it, Mikey, get it. Got a job bid for the nighttime, but I don't want to make a mistake on bidding. Oh, okay. Carlos, are you doing truck driving or did I miss that? If you are doing truck driving, nighttime is always the easiest time. Less traffic. Okay, you're a mail handler. That's the heaviest time for you guys. Mail handler. You'll stay awake. And you'll make a little bit more money. D was a mail handler. Let her know. New CCA, just finished my OJT here. Comes with a challenge and reward for all your videos. Was a big help. Thank you, Zach. I have a Class A license applied. They gave me a TTO waiting for a thing. I have a choice between MVO or TTO. Go for whichever works for you. When you switch craft, why is there a 5-day break in between? And is that a break paid? It's not paid. Do you do your pre-trip inspection every day? Yes, you have to do a pre-trip inspection. Why would you get into 18 wheels that can kill everybody around you without pre-tripping? You're supposed to pre-trip and post-trip every day. When you do switch crafts, you have to take a 5-day break because they have to have time to change your pay location, your pay grade, everything that goes with it. I don't remember, like if I went to transfer, if I wasn't career, I believe you have to, sometimes it's 2 or 3 days, but they give a 5-day break. And I believe it's because of the paperwork and going into the system and making sure everything is activated. If that makes any sense. Do I do my pre-trip inspection every day? I wouldn't get into a truck without looking at it. You don't know what the driver did before you. You want to do diligent. You want to make sure that your tires are good, that you don't jump into a hunk of junk and then end up tearing up somebody. Worst part about being a truck driver is 99% of the time we're at fault. Something goes wrong, tire blows out, and somebody gets hurt. It's because we didn't do the proper pre-trip. You always want to do a pre-trip, definitely. All right, what else we got? Goings-ons here. Is that it? No more questions? That was pretty simple. It's pretty simple. More or less. When do they push to hire holiday help? They start hiring holiday help middle of September. They start putting the ads out because of the long hiring process. The long hiring process is just, and they have to hire a ridiculous amount for every single plant station throughout the whole country. So you want to make sure that they're fully stocked. So they start mid-September, sometimes earlier. All right, what else we got here? Where am I from? I am from New York, if that helps any. How does a bid work? Sheesh. I think I have a video about bids. If I don't, I'll make sure that we make a video about that because that's a whole smorgasbord of information. I'm from New Jersey area. Just was doing some research, came across your page. What would be, I don't give advice for someone just starting, and what status would I fall in being a American national. What does that mean, American national? Tell me what that means, American national. Had a phone interview, MBO, and he said he would recommend me, but did not hear nothing in the beginning. Been a week. Gerald. That's an interesting name. Interesting. Gerald. Just so everybody knows, you know Jay is not my name. Gerald is a nice name, though. In the beginning of January, still holidays. Yes, it is. Tell us one thing you really don't like about your job. Be honest. Whew. Kids come out when they come out. What is good? Can I get a mic check? 1, 2, 1. Is this thing on? I ain't got it with me. What don't I like about my job? We'll get back to that. Remind me. RCA versus CCA. It's all depends on what you like. RCAs get paid different than CCAs. CCAs get paid by the hour. RCAs get paid by the route. It's a little more complex to explain an RCA position. Some people like RCA positions because if you get a route that's scheduled for 8 hours, are they paying you 8 hours? And you go out there and knock that route out in 6 hours, you still get paid for 8 hours. Vice versa, though, if it takes you 10 hours, you're still getting paid for 8 hours. Then you got to go through this whole process to get your extra 2 hours. CCA is rough, though. Any one of those things. A first-class citizen not being a second American national is a higher citizenship. I've never heard of that. Do me a favor, Mr. Bronze Lucino. I'm going to leave my email in the video description. When you get a chance, email me and we can chat about that. All right? Submit a GIS background, more or less how long does it take to complete the background? It varies. When they get your information, they put it in the system, it comes back in less than 3 minutes. It really does. When you get your paper in the mail, they'll send you a piece of paper that shows how long you're, they say submitted it this time, received it this time, and it'll have your whole thing. Now, their stack of papers that they have, one company, and it's not even all for us. It's one department from GIS that's doing all of the American, the postal workers. So it can take 3 minutes for them, but by the time they send it back, it can vary. Really, it does. When you start as RSA hourly, eventually. Thank you, Jared. What's the pay like for holidays? And MHA. That varies too. Depends on your shift. You get paid the overnight shift. You get a little bit more per hour. If they call for overtime, it depends. So your standard is 8 hours for the day. Obviously, you know about the 2 hours overtime. Or actually, for mail handlers, you don't get double time, but they can call for 2 hours before and 2 hours after. So majority of the mail handlers work between 8 to 12 hours a day. So you're going to get at least 2 to 4 hours of overtime per day, depending on whether or not you work 5 days or 6 days or 7 days straight. They get some bank. They get some bank. All right. I'm currently a sophomore in college. Don't know if to stick in school or stay in the PO. What do I recommend? Whew! Trinidad, you're a sophomore in college. Man, that's a tough one. Whether or not let's put it this way. Post office does help you pay for your college after. I have a video about that. It's a full video specifically about what they can do paying for your college. So, it's tough. It can be done. My daughter did it for a year, and she got her bachelor's, but it can be done. It's a tough one though. It depends on your work ethic. I'm just making stuff up as I go, Crystal. Sounds good though, right? You don't see the bullshit around my lips. Still waiting on orientation. Still waiting, able to take annual leave during the holiday. Will I still able to take annual leave during the holidays? I would like to visit my family. Oh, you know the answer to that, Miss Barbie. It is virtually impossible to get annual leave unless you got hired at that time. It's gonna be rough. But you're a regular now, so you know you can't take it. Once you become regular, there's dates that they will not let you take vacations. They just won't. I think it's like right before Thanksgiving, no vacations. You got to be like way at the top of the list to even think about getting a vacation during the holidays. If I did my fingerprinting, is wait 3 to 4 weeks to hear something. Sounds about right. Get ready to work 6 or 7 days a week. Yes. They were highly impressed. Please leave email so we can build on this. Thank you. My email is on every one of my videos. Every one of them. So if you check another one of my videos, my email is in there. It's Finesse316. But it's spelled out for you. No vacations. Get that shmoney. What don't I like my job? What I don't like about my job? The politics. The politics. Blackout dates. That's what they call them. Blackout dates. Sheesh. Blackout dates. I don't like the politics in my job. Everything that you guys hear me talk about in those videos about the managers that don't know, I always say, I'm guessing 90% of the managers that you're going to encounter did not get their managerial positions because they were good at their job. It's just like if you're a super great worker and you know how slow things are and we're short staffed, would they take you from your super, like you're just a grinder? Would they take you off the road from being a CCA and being the best mail handler or best mail, carrier and put you in a position where you're no longer productive for them? Because remember, they're numbers. So the managers and I don't know. But my specific job, hardest part is the traffic for me. That's it. But there's a couple things in life that we can always believe and know that's going to happen. Traffic is one of them. Standing in line is another. And death. That's facts. All right, then all about getting that money, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for doing all these videos. You're welcome. Just have no life, Y'all like my cup? I was in a motorcycle club. They got this for me. Like that? Nice. I received the email on October stating my effective date, but it didn't say what time. What now? Do you know where you're supposed to report? Or what's your position? Sent you back out at 1 a.m. to do what? I can file agreements currently. CCAS started. You're at 8 a.m. Your supervisor sent you back out onto the street at 1 a.m.? You know who would be able to answer that for you? CCA Nick. CCA Nick or Mailman Mike Chung. They're the CCA and the mail carrier craft. They can definitely give you some information about what the carriers have to do. So I'm not going to lie to you about filing grievances on something like that. But that seems a little extreme. Appreciate the time you dedicate to making these videos. No problem, Crystal. Did I answer your question? Wow, they want us to be back at 8. That must be rough. Yeah. So I got a problem with carriers. Listen up. Get back to your office on time. Stop lollygagging. Trucks are waiting for you. My position, CCA, but it doesn't state what station either. Did you do your training, your background, like your academy or anything? Nice cup of coffee, Muxie, your thing. I'll remember that, D. I'll swing past New York. Come check you out. I'm a beast in these streets. Oh, TJ, get that okay, okay. If I get hired around peak season, is it most likely that I'll be seasonal, even though I got hired as 369, 360? That's what you got hired as. I can't tell you what the most likelies or what they're going to do. Your performance, though. Your performance when you get hired during the holiday is everything. Because those same supervisors that I can't stand are the same ones that are going to put you on that list. They're going to say, you know what? Tampa in the house. It was raining over there yesterday. What lie was I telling? What lie was I telling? I can't. Somebody tell me what I was saying. Oh, they cannot. I can't tell you whether or not they're going to keep you on. Your performance will help you. A lot of the people that came in to the plant and they performed well, they either kept them on or they let them go for, I think it was like maybe 2-3 weeks, and they called them right back. So, and they're now regular today. Same time last year they got hired and they're regular today. So it all depends on your performance. But when you do go back, you are on a probation period. What's going on? Harrison checking in from Riverview. Where's Riverview? Where's Riverview? Shout out to the Suncoast District. That's where my baby girl is, Suncoast. That's where my daughter's at, Suncoast. You in Central Florida somewhere, huh? Thank you, D, for being so kind, helping out there. Riverview is outside of Tampa. Okay. I'd probably know this if I lived in Florida, huh? South of Tampa, Riverview. Oh, okay. Weather getting nice, man. Come visit. One day. One day. Do certain supervisors notice that you reapply for those crafts that closed earlier the year as well as holiday help? What is the average top-out pay for CCA? General speaking, I know every area is different. Keon, I'll get back to you on that question. You know what? Keon, I'm going to have you go and ask CCA Nick. Check out his channel. Ask him that question, because I'm not going to really touch on too much of details with the CCAs, if that'll help. Certain supervisors notice. Supervisors cannot see your application. They cannot. They cannot until it goes through the whole system. So you got to go through the background checks and everything before somebody can actually see that you applied. And then once you finally get back to your HR department at your building, then they'll say, hey, Jim, which is the supervisor, you know that Jeff was applying to get out of here, right? That's the only way. Like I told you guys before, they don't know who you are until you finally get through the system. All right, what is the average top-out pay? I said I can't help you with that. How often do they do orientation per month? Depends on your area. Orientations used to be, in my area, 1, 2, 3, like once a week. And then, during the holidays, they made it twice a week because it's usually 3 days. But then during this pandemic thing, they went down to like once every 2 weeks. They made the classes smaller. All depends on your area and the availability of the person giving the orientation. So that I can't give you the answer. I don't know where you're located, and even if I did, I wouldn't lie. Because in my place, I'm thinking that they're giving orientations, and they're not. All right. I've been waiting 2 weeks for MVR to come back. When should I expect to hear about it? MVR, motor vehicle report. So you just went through GIS. Uh, that's hit or miss. Anything having to do with the background check and this whole application process is a hit or miss. Once you submitted it, it got completed. It's just a matter of them submitting it back to your place where you worked. Now, if you really want to find out the status, you can always Google GIS, get their phone number, call them, sit on hold, ask for the department that does the United States Postal Service, then wait on hold a little more. Then when you get somebody on hold, on the line, then you can ask them, hey, what's the status of my background check? And they'll give you, okay, well, we're complete with it. We submitted it 2 days ago. They'll let you know that it's done. That's all the information they're going to give you, though. So if that gives you some closure with the background check end of it, then you can go through that status. Again, you can Google GIS. Oh, all right. I've been waiting for MVR on the flirt side. Is the flirt slide they show you true? It says they don't work around your second job's childcare PSC plant. No. They definitely don't. No, I am not even going to try to pronounce that. That whole thing about, I made a couple videos a couple weeks ago or last week about why not to apply to the post office. Check those videos out. They don't work around anybody else. They have a specific need for you to be there to fill that spot. And while all these people are here waiting, if you cannot fill that need, somebody will. They have no human compassion, just so you know. Once you're in there for a while, you may get a leeway. But if you come in there with the issues talking about, I got to be out of here by 5 or 6 o'clock because I have to pick my kid up. They're like, oh, okay. Within 90 days, they'll let you go. Won't even think twice about it. It's just how they are. All right, fast track interviews. I have no idea. No idea what that damn thing is. They say they're fast track, but it takes the same amount of time. I don't know if they skip a step. I see that all the time. Like, one of my sons is going through that fast track interview, and I'm trying to figure it out. So while you guys are doing these things, I'm doing it as well, trying to help him. And I'm trying to figure that out. Fast track interview. I don't think it means much. It may be that they don't put you through a full orientation. Orientations are usually 2.5 days. It may be just 1 day. When holiday hits like crazy, do people tend to quit? People will know that they're ready to quit within the first 2 weeks. Within the first 2 weeks. But I give you guys the tools. So you got to walk in there like you ready for the BS to come flying at you. There's really no need to quit because what's your son going in for? Get back with that. There's really no need to quit if you know what you're heading in for. Right. How to deal with the petty supervisor. Jade. Email me, Jade. I think you did email me. I'm not sure. I'm going to give you my number because I don't like to give advice, but I'll give you some information that may be helpful for you. Like how I use that information that's helpful for you. I've done the academy or anything like I did the background, and the email stated they will schedule orientation dates within 2 weeks of employment. Yeah, that takes time. Dehania Bays. Diana, you're so attractive. Thank you. Do you see what I look like? Fix your glasses. Let's say you canceled your craft after submitted your background. Will this help the process for holiday help? You are canceled. Let's say you are canceled your craft after submitting your background. What does that mean? You are canceled. Jared, they don't care at all. What does he mean by canceled? We had a postmaster once that asked the carrier. Crap. Asked carrier who with. Oh my God, I give up. I'm out your piece. um, asked the carrier whose wife. What? I'm losing it here. Well, West Legend. Y'all got some funky names. I wanted to quit every few days. A lot of people do. When does a holiday season end? Carlos, this is going to be a rough season. Let me tell you guys right now, if you get in, this holiday season is not ending once the holidays are over. Let me tell you why. I was going to make a video about this, and I hope people stick around. Holiday season is not going to end at Christmas. There's over 30, 40 ships, cargo ships sitting out in the Pacific Ocean. Those cargo ships, they're just raking in. All that stuff is what you ordered. One cargo ship takes almost 2 weeks to fully unload and get dispersed to the places. And they're just sitting there. This is going to go into early next year where people are still ordering stuff now that's coming in later. We're going to be hit with a ridiculous year. And the domino effect is going to be unreal. Unreal. What's my son going in for? My son is a carrier, and he's going in for a processing clerk now. Yeah, processing clerk at the plant. When I started, I wanted to quit everyone. Yes, I did, and I will email. Okay. There's no USP within 4 hours of me, according to the website. The website careers is crap, though. Oof. Are you located in Texas? I think each state hiring and do its stuff differently. Am I in Texas? Is that what you're asking? What's the likelihood of getting off time in the first 90 days? You get off when they schedule you off. I was casual mail handler in 2015. So although they said that, I was able to give them my availability at the same plant. I told my sister to apply since they don't require COVID vac. Working the way how it starts to slow down mid-January. It did, but not anymore. Effective date to October 16th. I don't know which station or what time to go in. Should I email them and ask? Absolutely, Pablo. They are drunk or can't type. Okay. If I had positioned in my fingerprints 2 weeks ago, good deal. Yes, I have that Tuesday. Well, fact track interview and fingerprint same time. Yeah, I think once you go in there, fast track interview may be specifically for the holiday positions. They'll have you come in there. There's really not an interview. They have informational meetings where they tell you, you're coming in as a mail handler. You're going to be on your feet for 8 hours. What shift would you prefer? And you're going to look, that's it? Yeah, that's the training you got. That's the information you got. And they may talk to you a little bit more, may have to show you a video, but I think that's what the fast tracking is now that I'm reading with you guys. Sorry, let's say you got canceled due to a position you applied, reached the cap. Okay, background, will this help getting in for holiday help? I think you just have to apply, Crystal. I think you just have to apply. Honestly, can you guys hear me well? Because I'm using a new machine. And I'm not really good with this. Heard about that. Yo, what's good, my G? Hunts Point tuning in. What's good, baby? Bookie down Bronx in the house. They did work with your schedule. I have a felony. You okay for assault about 6 years ago. Call me in to do fingerprints. You think I'll make it in? Your felony is nothing compared to my felony, my friend. I think you'll be fine. Your son will love pride, especially working. Oh, man. Yeesh. I guess my son doesn't talk too much. 25th casual mail handler show up sick. The supervisor sends you home. That way you don't get penalized for calling out. There you go. See loose. How you doing there, brethren? Just heard you fine. Doing great, Jay. Yes, yes. great. All right, I love the TTO position, but I'm moving on, leaving on good terms. What? Stop it. Didn't we talk not too long ago, CeeLo? You leaving? You didn't make no money, brother? Just gonna leave? Damn, dog, you gonna just bounce on us like that? All right. Cool. I don't see no more. When you do, am I in Florida? Who asked that? Jose Quesada. JAR in Florida? Do they do drug tests? Asking for a friend. Keely B, baby. I have a video posted 2 weeks ago about the that. Check it out. Give you some information, okay? It's literally maybe a week and a half ago because people asked that question. All right, how many hours do they would hires for positions they are hiring holiday under working? I heard they're giving us more hours overtime to the new hires, so they don't need to pay regulars. That sounds about right. This hit all the time. You hit it on the head. They hire a lot of you guys to basically just grind the hell out of you for the holidays. They let you know it's gonna be grueling. Just go with the flow. If you can handle it, your checks will look nice. But trying to pay somebody $40 an hour versus somebody coming in at $20 an hour, yeah, they're gonna pay the casuals first. Although the regulars are supposed to go and get overtime first and be on the overtime list. But once a lot of people turn regular, they get lazy. And that's just how it is. Anybody that works at the post office will tell you that you can get maybe 75% of the regulars. They're on cruise control in the slow lane. All right. What annoyed me are the supervisors riding around their little 3-wheel bicycles. You must have a big plant there. Help me out on the way. CeeLo, you need to hit me up, man. Are you able to use sick leave whenever I wanted? You don't get sick leave until you are a regular. You get annual leave. You can't just use that. I mean, if you call out and put in for it, there's a process for that and how to do it. It's self-explanatory, and you can do that through Light Blue as well. Got something in my eye. I don't want you guys thinking that I got pink eye. Overtime money. All right, I applied, got in, found out they had posted wrong hours, job location. Is that normal? It's the post office, brother. They can make stuff up at the end of it. They usually don't make that. They usually don't make that mistake. Found out they had posted the wrong hours, job, and location. That's weird. What are some of the best positions working inside the post office, and do you know any co-workers that were able to own one? I'm asking as a business owner as well. What are some, and own one? A side business? Yes. Yeah. Side businesses. If you're doing it and you're the head of it and you're starting out, you won't have time. If you have somebody to help you out, you can figure it out. But initially, you won't have time. That's more bronze. You got a long name there. 3 in the house. Gina Dun. Okay, you're a regular. Yeah, you could use that sick leave. No, don't let me sit here and get myself in trouble by telling you things that email me, Carlos. If you a regular, I ain't gonna talk about that right now because people watch me. But I'll give you the information on that one. My daughter is homeschooled full-time due to blah, blah, blah. I had to take time off. My station manager wants a letter from. From who? Elevated Science. Her school and medical document. Is that right, or are they just trying to play you? They need some documentation. Yes, because anybody can make that up. That would be considered an FMLA. And the best thing to do with that would be go to your union rep. If you have a decent union rep, they will walk you through the steps on what you need to do. They should know. They should be knowledgeable about all the ins and outs of the job. And you can explain to them your full situation, and they can tell you yay or nay. What's an ASMF machine? A sorted, what is that, a flat sorter machine or something? I'm not a processing clerk, but I'm assuming that's a flat sorter machine. Or school and medical. So for sick leave, you can do that on light blue? Yes. When they say the effective date, is that your first day or your processing? When your effective hire date is, that's your first day. I'm going to email you my number and you can call me anytime, okay? Got you, brother. I got terminated on probation. Bring any documentation. I would definitely still do. Anybody can write something down. I can say I did, do all that stuff. They want to be sure that you're not one of those that pull wool over people's eyes. But again, you don't have to bring, you're not supposed to show your medical stuff to just a normal supervisor, because nobody's going to be able to read your stuff. They're just postal workers. So definitely ask your union representative, if you need to, how to go about taking that time off the right way so that you're not in trouble. Terminated on probation. Carlos, you know how many people I speak to? I really don't even know which Carlos this is. I thought I knew you was a regular. My bad. Don't take that personal. I got a lot of people. You're terminated. Can an RCA or CCA get full-time? You get full-time hours. RCAs, I'm not sure how that really works. CCAs, they work. If you're new to this channel, Andrew, check out Mailman Mike. Check out CCA Nick. They will... Westside Dave, all of them will give you the ins and outs about the carrying. You're definitely going to work. You're going to work some full-time hours if that's what you're worried about. Will they tell you once you're out of the probationary period? They're supposed to. They're supposed to do a 30, 60, and a 90-day evaluation. That's what they're supposed to do. You'll kind of know. You'll know when you're last. For some reason, once you're in there, you tend to figure out when you're getting close to that 90 days. Just to be safe, I always tell people it's 90 days, 90 working days, or 120 days. Just to be safe. So it's 4 months or 90 days. All right. Yo, I got fired today because I finished my parcels at 1, went back to the office at 7:30 p.m. Anyway, going back in. Finished my parcels at 1 and went back to the office at 7:30. Anyway, going back in. Keys in, and he was back in with 2 weeks while doing packages. How late am I? Wait a minute. Today's Sunday. You finished your parcels at 1, but why'd you go back? You know what? You went back in at 7:30. You shot yourself in the foot there. That's a little rough there. How late are you? Jaleese, ooh, we had a party here. I got on the stripper pole. You missed it. Just kidding. Trying to take vacation soon, so I'm not trying to get in trouble. I don't want to use my annual leave yet. Accused me of being on the phone, AirPods, and not following directions. That's what they accused you of. They must have saw you. And they got cameras. If you were in the plant, they got cameras everywhere. Everywhere. You don't follow the group. No, you don't get off it. Sunday, everybody does their Amazon Sunday and they get out of there early. There's no specific time. I'm assuming you CCA. You're not supposed to just, if you finished your parcels at 1, they see your scans. Beep, beep, beep. Those little scanners, GPS in them. They know where you're at all times. I mean, let me tell you, this is your scanner. I think it's 90 seconds, it pings your location. Every 90 seconds. So if you're here, 90 seconds, and you're here, 90. So they know what direction you're moving in. They know if you're going north, south, east, west. If you're idling, it pings your scanners every 90 seconds. They have documentation, just so you know. All right. What you laughing at, Jaleese? You just mad because you ain't see me on the pole? I fell, but I'm okay. I'm okay. Only one supervisor. Awful, excuse me. Hey. Take it to the union. When you get in a situation about getting fired, obviously call your union rep. And they will let you know what you should do. Those are the people that are there. That's why they're there, to help you negotiate contracts, and help you out. And they told me there's no live feed on the camera. Somebody saw you. But I can't really talk about that. I can't help you get back in that situation. Not on this. You can always email me and we'll talk. Two offers accepted and one declined the other. Accepted one and declined the other. Called to get the orientation date. Was told there's a hiring freeze. At your place, there may have been a hiring freeze. Only temporarily, because they may have had so many people applying for the holidays. Don't give up. Why is this thing bugging out? All right. Excuse me of being on the phone. But if you feel like you're not in the wrong, don't give up. You can always email me, remind me of your situation, and we'll talk. Why would you spit at your supervisor? Bruh. Oh. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. Oh. You spit at your supervisor? That's almost a... Oh. Yeah, see, something like that, you should have... you got to be professional, regardless of whether or not they did anything like that. You got to take that to the EEO. You could have had him fired. Fired. Situation like that, fired. It's always good to stay good with your union rep, but you don't have to kiss your union rep's ass. If your union rep is a pit bull and they do their job, they'll be on top of it. There's a couple of places that I go to and I see they got some for the carriers and a couple of pit bulls. They don't play, and they filing grievances this thick every week. And then you got some places where the reps are self-serving, and it's hard for them to do anything. Well, I don't know, I can try. And so it's a hit or miss. Just figure out who your union rep is. Don't buy that car till you test drive it. You got that? don't buy the car till you test drive it. I'm gonna stay on for another 5 minutes because my scoring explained, but didn't really answer her question. She applied VSC. She got a score of 99 out of 100. What's that based on? It's just an assessment. What are we asking? Will it cause a problem on my previous accept offer? No, not at all. I applied for MHA and got accepted 2 locations. The first one I accepted, and now I want to accept the second one. Even when I have a date to come in for interview and fingerprints, will it cause a problem on the previous accept offer? I just go in there. I'll just go in there and say, I didn't know which one this was for. Play silly sometimes. They always do. What's the video called about drug testing? Oh man, let me look. Oh man, let's see. Your videos. Oh. Killing me here. I can't find it on this guy. It's self-evident. Just kind of scroll down and maybe it was less than 2 weeks ago. Sitting on the couch. Except the second one. Thank you, Jay. I watched the videos. I'm currently off her phase. Baby girl lions. Good deal. Waiting on background check. I want to set the second one because I found one which is closer to your house. Doesn't necessarily mean that's the one that's going to be good for you. Everybody wants something closer to them. I made a video about that. You ain't always got to accept the one closer to you. Because once they know that you're closer to them, guess who'll be the first one they call in? Now I'm working in VA, Virginia. Beautiful. Francine. Abel? Gotta make sure my kid is quiet. He's quiet. Gotta make sure he's alive. Abel! Hope he didn't fall asleep. 1 second. You alive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I didn't hear you back there. No, you just can't walk in my video, dude. You what? Just... Don't, no. Didn't I tell you you just can't walk in my video?
Hello.
No. You did this before. You're not gonna do that. Sorry.
This guy's my dad.
I don't even know you.
Seriously? You vote on this guy only because he has mute? Seriously? He has tattoos too. Look at that.
Can you please? I'm trying to be serious here.
And he got a red bandana. And do you know what else? This guy is a ninja.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this guy's a ninja.
Your personal opinion, what is a better employer as far as benefits pays go, Amazon or UPS? Yes, there was a commercial that Amazon is now offering to pay college tuition. Stop, Abel. I made a video specifically about USPS, Amazon, and FedEx. Amazon cannot, and they can quote this, they cannot touch USPS as far as the benefits are concerned, all around the box. As far as the work environment, maybe better, but definitely not pay for college. Hey, these people talking about, get out of here, man. Go, you need to go take a bath. I lift weights a lot. I'm scared I might lose my gains when I start. I ran into the same situation. Benefits, pay, FedEx, UPS, or USPS. That video will explain. Abel, please stop. Will explain. Whew. About the FedEx, about the UPS, and as well as the USPS. We work for USPS. The carriers that you see that deliver the FedEx things to your door, they work for a contractor. UPS, they have good benefits though. The Brown, they do. But the only thing I can equivalent our job to be close to would be UPS. But, and pay-wise, yes, same thing. I can't honestly say that I think that they're better. And I'm not, I mean, work environment is pretty similar. But remember, when you sign on with the USPS, we have different benefits, government benefits, and I make videos about that as well. He looked like me, I'm still waiting on the DNA test. Binge watch me, huh? Oof. Right, what's the 3 levels of volcano? That's funny. Oh man. What's better, employer, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you guys calling me handsome, cutie? Or was that for Abel? All right, how many years have I been with the USPS? I started last week. I started with them in 2011. Hit all the time. I have a video that says, why do I do what I do? Or why do I help people with the post office? And again, I'm sitting on the couch. Check it out. I give my backstory, and it gives you the information as far as what you're asking. In the Fed than a private company. Yes. Oh, so you were saying Abel was the cutie? All right, Deborah. Oh, okay. All right. It's fine. So? Care. I don't care. I like that video. It's really good. Keely. Thank you. All right. I went over my time. Any questions? Let's get this thing situated. We gotta throw this kid in the shower, hose him down. UPS pay is better than USPS? Ooh, Mad Dog. I don't know about that. This is cool. I had no idea it was such a niche of informational videos until your channel, and shout outs. Thank you. You handsome too. Thank you. I have a friend that works at UPS. We have similar pays, but they can't. I mean, once you make, let's say you get up to the $25 an hour level, right? You're making $25 an hour, and then you hit overtime. Now you're making time and a half. And then when you hit double time, you're making $50 an hour. They don't have double time with them. If we get a start date of November month, will we still get the new pay rate? I heard they're giving pay raise to all the US in November. I don't know about that. I got to check that out. Depends on what you applied for. Thanks for all the information, Jay. You're welcome, baby girl. Had her fingerprints done today. When she got there, the lady doing fingertips, she don't know how. She don't know why they are there because she has her people for PSE processing clerk. People that do your fingerprinting are not the hiring managers. They're there to put your finger on. Who didn't answer? Oh, he didn't answer. When you have Westside Dave, really? You all late. You have people that are fingerprinting you. Unless you're dealing with somebody directly in human resources, everybody else don't matter. The ones doing your orientation can't tell you what your start dates are unless they have that specific information from where you're at, from the mail handler, or, division, or the processing clerk division, or the station. They can't give you that information. Human resources will tell you when, where, and how, unless you have somebody specifically from your craft come in there and say, hey, this is this. And the lady saying they hired all the processing clerks. Does she really know? She has all the people. Can't necessarily have all the people because you have processing clerks that are for 3 shifts. You have to fill every shift. So take it for what it's worth. Hello, Nicole N. Nicole. How are you? I can't see these things. I'm using my phone, so you guys know that's why. Does your college degree get noticed? Eventually, not when you first start. Not when you first start. I mean, if you have some... I know who it is, Nicole. If you have some special training later on down the line, if they notice it, or you say, hey, I'm a blah, 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 work your way in. So far, I know, da-da-da-da-da. Thanks for all the info. I don't know about that pay raise thing in November. Driving north and make a U-turn and a left. You are now driving north, south, west, or east. Ha! You're driving north and you make a U-turn and then turn left. Son of a mother. Chantel. Really, Chantel? Okay, don't get Jay going. Because Jay will figure this out. Don't start me up. I'm going to read this. That's a cool little thing. If you're driving north, make a U-turn. Now you're going south. Then turn left. All right. Are you now driving north, south, east, or west? Going north on 95, then I go south on 95. Then I get off the highway and make a left. Going east. Going east. Promised you that. Are there any USPS truck driver YouTube channels like you? I don't think so. Am I in Miami because I said 95? No. 95 goes all the way down to the bottom of Miami, all the way up to Rhode Island. Then it splits off into 91. I know I'm correct. I know my directions there, Chantel. I'm not one of the new truck drivers. Old school, before the GPS. I can read a map book. Made me sit there and pull out a pen to figure that out. That was cool. That was cool, though. Miami. Are you in Miami, Priscilla Little? I'm supposed to ask when I arrive. All right. A total of 3 people on the email contacts. The recruiters, 2 of them. I'm supposed to ask for when I arrive. Guess I'll be talking to both, probably. When you get there, they'll tell you who you need to talk to. You don't use GPS to find my location? No. Nope. I only go places I know. I'm just kidding. But if I need to, I know how to read map books. Oh. I heard you mention in one of your videos, Boca. That's why I asked. Oh, okay. You pay attention to things, huh? I will not confirm nor deny. Can I get postal uniforms within my 90 days? Zachary. Depends on your craft. And you can't get it within your 90 days. If you're a carrier, you get an allowance, I believe, after 120 days. Is the next USPS payday this Friday? This Friday, yes. This upcoming Friday, yes it is. Up to Massachusetts. You're right, Mad Dog, you're right. It's not Rhode Island. It splits off once you hit Massachusetts. Yes, pay the 15. Did you guys know that every government worker gets paid the same exact day? Every single government worker gets paid the same exact day. People that in the government, FBI, CIA. He wants to wear UCF shirts so he lives near Orlando. No, that's where my daughter lives. That's where she went to college. UCF. Mr. Edwards. I wouldn't be in Orlando. Oh. Next and last question. I'm kind of going way over on my time. And if anybody needs to reach me directly, you know, my email is always going to be in the video description. And if your question is too complex for email response, I'll give you my number. I don't save your numbers. So if you ever have to text me, please identify who you are. And people get offended. Oh, you don't remember me? What happened to Mailman Mike? Lulu happened, Westside. Lulu. Priscilla Little, thanks for all your help. I applied for MVO, got an email saying I read it. It didn't meet the, I have a CVO. I was like, what? Priscilla, hit me up. We'll see how we can fix that. Los Angeles in the house. Jaleesa, good, thank you. You're welcome, Jaleesa. I hope I pronounced that right. If you're giving an orientation today, not a start date, do they pay you for attending orientation? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Your first day of pay is orientation. When you go to orientation, they will give you a form 1260. When you get that form 1260 and you fill that out, take a picture of it. Don't forget, take a picture every time you fill it out. And when you start your job, you'll be using a 1260. Take a picture until you get your time card. Serious, because they'll lose it. Why did it take a year? Why it takes a year, take test again? Is that what they said, Mr. King? You never told us that I was a ninja? My son told me I was a ninja. Yeah. Whew. Guess I am a ninja. I can't find my glasses, so y'all bear with me. Thank you for your information. Thank you, Mr. Roberts, for subscribing. Again, before I end this, I just want you guys to know the information that I give you more so is an opinion. I try to help you guys specifically so that you can figure out if this line of work is for you. Some of the information that you guys ask me, I don't have answers for. I try my best to get the information if I can. And if I can't, I let you guys know a way that you can get that information. I'm brash in a lot of my videos. It's the character that I use to get the information across. Again, you guys, if you don't know, Jay is not my name. It's a nickname. But this is all about helping you guys so that you can get in, hopefully change your life somewhere down the line. pass the love on to somebody else, because somebody else will need this. If you see yourself moving up in the world, just know that somebody else may need that little push. Not everybody will take, but at least you're giving your effort. This is my small way of giving back and hoping that I can help change different people's lives. There is no feeling like that. None. I don't ask for money. I don't want money, because the responses, the comments, the emails, no money can bring that to my heart. So I appreciate you guys. And if you guys having bad days, leave the comments. Obviously, be respectful with your comments, because this is one of the few YouTube channels where you see people interact and very few negative comments. I keep it as an open forum for everybody to communicate. And that's just out of respect. I try to give everybody as much respect as I can. And the only thing that I ask is that you guys give the respect back to the channel as a whole. To me, I'm just a guy. And I hope that helped people a little bit. All right, take your test if you fail again. Yeah, it's not really a test. J King, my email will be in the video description. Hit me up, ask me that question. I'll see if I can help you out or give you some information. All right. I want this gig so bad. Great admin, peace forward, blah, 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 blah. That's the mail handler one. Hit that like button. Most respect and love. Thanks. Smoke detector. You see it, baby. JH. Drinking coffee before I go to bed. This is crazy. It's cold. Y'all have yourself a great rest of your night. Hit me up if you need me. And we are out of here. Hey, Bo. I gotta figure out how to turn this thing off. Hey, Bo. I drink coffee because that's what I like.
Daddy, guess what?
Oh, don't. I'm still recording. Don't daddy but nothing, man. What? How do you turn this thing off? Don't walk in my... Ah, man. Oh, gosh. Don't touch me.
Okay, yo.
Okay, I can't figure this. Let me figure out how to end this. You making people like me. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulty. Would you stop touching me? How do I stop this thing? How do I stop this?
I don't know.
Help me. Oh. You need a job. I gotta stop this video. Oh, man. Thank you, thank you. Stop touching me. Stop
Okay.
touching me. Thank you.
I'm out.
If you guys saw that, just scratch that out your mind. That was the dad. It's not. You get out of here. Dave, help me. If you're still on here, I can't figure this out. Barbie, how the hell I turn this off?
Barbie?
Where do we stop screaming? I shouldn't have used a new computer for this. Oh man, this is horrible.